Before this starts, I just want to say that yes, this is a re-upload. And no, don't worry, this doesn't replace this week's upload. A video will be coming out tomorrow, just like usual, and you're gonna love it. But a day after this video dropped last week, YouTube age restricted it for being sexual content. But I've seen plenty of people complaining that because it was age restricted, they couldn't watch it, so I figured I'd just post it again. And don't worry, if you've already seen this, there's a reason to stick around, because we've added in a couple of things that got cut from the original video that I think you'll enjoy. Now, recently, Tommy made the video, was the Dream SMP bad? Which got me thinking. Not so much about whether it was actually bad or not. I don't really mind. It's kind of something I see as being firmly in my past. I got this whole brand new channel, which if you didn't realize, this is a brand new channel, so please do subscribe. But here I've basically only done reaction, commentary, mini vlog type stuff. I mean, it's just not what I do anymore. Well, I might be giving it one last run, but that, you know, I mean, this is a completely different thing, and I'm you know, it's not even gonna be my regular thing or anything. But either way, I couldn't care if the Dream SMP was bad. I had my fun, and that's all I care about. But it did get me thinking about that time, and that culture, and, well, COVID, and what that brewed. And look, the last thing I want to do is sit here and on a community that I used to be a part of, but there's something I just started remembering and I need to talk about it. Dream SMP Twitter, back in those days, was crazy. I'm not going to dance around it. Some of it was fine, but some of it was utterly wild. And although I felt like I couldn't talk about it at the time, I feel like now it's been long enough and the dust has settled, and I think we can all look back with some fresh sense of rationale and see that some of the stuff that was being said on Twitter back then was utterly insane. So I have gathered a huge list of all the strangest Dream SMP tweets that I saw back in the day, and we're going to be looking at them. And we're going to start with the thing that everyone knew the Dream SMP Twitter for at the time, cancel culture. So Tommy tweeted, thinking about coming, or maybe cumin, but I feel like I know Tommy well enough to know. You know, classic Tommy in it tweet. Someone reposts it like a year later or whatever saying, lol, I put this on your timeline. And within 20 minutes, someone replied, don't post this. Tommy is getting cancelled right now. Like, it's a tweet about coming, man. I just feel like, how could you be mad at this? But, you know, that wasn't the only thing people got mad about. For example, there clearly was beef because someone said, can Ram Twitter and DT Twitter just kiss? Just a suggestion. And someone said, there is a pandemic going on, by the way. Like, this virtual kiss was going to spread COVID-19 through the internet and kill every Dream SMP fan. Very sad. Would have been the end of the world. My favorite type of tweet is like, you know how people like ratio people? I don't care about that. I want an emotional ratio. You know, it doesn't matter if you got less or more likes than them. Something they just can't come back from, you know? For example, someone replied to something saying, this is why you have 28 followers. To which the person replied, was this supposed to hurt my feelings? Lumfow. You have over 600 followers and you barely even break 4 likes on your tweets. Worry about that. To which they said, okay, fine, damn chill. I'm working on it. You know what I miss? I miss that there was almost like, it was a subculture of its own where there were like people within Dream SMP Twitter who were popular for being part of Dream SMP Twitter and nothing more. I miss those days. I do. I miss a famous Twitter user like Prezzo. Can someone DM me who Cishead is and what they did? The seal of a good tweet is when you see this tweet has been deleted. Every good tweet has this. God, everyone was so scared of accidentally supporting someone cancelled that people were checking who everyone was, even the Cishead. Oh, I hope they found out. Ludwig, Toast, and Tommy in a Bella Porch music video. I can't breathe. Help me. You should probably see someone who can help you with your mental health because you seem to be mentally unstable. There were some people who could see. There were some people who could see how insane it all got. This isn't even that insane of a tweet, really. I mean, I can't breathe is maybe exaggerative, but I feel like mentally unstable. But then again, there's a good chance. Oh, and by the way, don't think that I'm just here to mock, you know, like random Dream SMP fans. One, I have no ill will for anybody. Secondly, don't worry, I got plenty of tweets from me and other creators as well. We were all pretty stupid at the time. For example, and this isn't my finest moment, one time, I remember this so distinctly, Antfrost tweeted, an incredibly handsome and sexy gamer just hit 200k on Twitter. Now note that he spelled gamer G-A-Y-M-E-R. You know, like a gamer that kisses boys. That's absolutely fine. I, however, at the time, did not notice this and just replied, I actually hit 200k quite a while ago now, but thanks anyway, Antfrost, because I wanted to try and steal the compliments of handsome and sexy, only then to realize about 40 minutes later that everyone thought this was me attempting to come out. So I very quickly had to tell everybody that I wasn't gay and I'm just bad at reading. Not my proudest moment. You know, we were all having our low moments back then. And somehow I still do this every once in a while. The other day, I was in a closet in a J-Schlatt video and I came out of said closet and then people tweeted about it. And then everyone was like, oh my God, did Jack really come out? And I had to go on stream and say that I wasn't gay. But I'm not gay. And as far as I know, that doesn't change. Like, if you think it's happened again, just assume it hasn't. Unless I say very explicitly, I'm gay. Moving on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not the only manifold that made an embarrassing tweet at the time. My brother was involved in Minecraft Twitter at the time before he, you know, left the world of the internet to do an actual noble job. He tweeted Rambo during his charity subathon saying, "Hey Rambo, mind sharing some of your subs? I need a new lampshade. Thanks." Only to then 7 minutes later, likely after people told him off, say, "I am now aware it is for charity. Don't worry, Rambo. I'll buy it myself." Oh, Josh was never too clued in on the space. But we love him. We do. Shout out Josh Manifold, man. And the thing is, before I go too far into this, I don't want people to think that the Dream SMP community was the only weird Twitter community. It's pretty common for anything that's like considered a stand-up to have a very crazy side of Twitter. And it isn't even the first Minecraft server. I mean, SMP Live had this classic. SMP Confessions. I went to TwitchCon. I met my favorite streamers, especially Cooper. I may have taken a plastic water bottle that was Cooper's and still have it to this day. Which, as we all know, is the famous tweet that led to the Call Me Carson serious stream where he spoke about stan culture. And the whole thing was a fucking lie anyway. No one ever stole a bottle. I love this tweet, man. So much. Oh my God. I remember this one was insane. Don't do what this person did, but it was funny. When I was filming my vlog era on the main channel, which is coming back, by the way. Keep an eye out for that. But when I was filming the vlog era, someone said, "Jack just dropped the vlog, but I'm in school. Should I pull the fire alarm?" And then 3 minutes later, tweeted a picture of everyone evacuating this school and tweeted, "And we're out." Someone pulled their fire alarm to go home and watch the Jam Manifold vlogs early. No one had anything to do during COVID, man. The most important thing in the world was me going and playing with goats. We got a new one here. Technobleed, rest in peace, tweeted, "Going to the store. You guys need anything?" And someone replied, "Honestly, I just want a hug. And for you to tell me it's okay, even if it's not true / serious." Which, you know what? That's sad. They need the reassurance. And immediately someone replied, "It won't be okay." It's just evil. That's love of the game type of evil. You got nothing out of that, right? You just like bad vibes. That's what that is. You're evil. You're actually despicable. Horrible. So someone tweeted an apology once within the Dream SMP space, not a creator. I don't know what they said, but they said, "Sorry about that tweet," but they didn't mean it. And I get really anxious when people start to blame me for saying that I did something wrong. And someone retweeted this with a picture of the Mr. Beast burger, Carl's grilled cheese, saying, "Look at my lawyer, dog. I'm going to jail." And the original person came back and said, "Could you please stop? It's making me really anxious about the people that hate me now." I reckon this didn't make anyone hate you. If anything, I fuck with you heavier now because that meme's kind of funny and it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So really, you have no reason to be anxious. I hope your fears were quelled. As I said before, by the way, COVID is going on rampantly at this time. It's the reason everybody's so invested in all this stuff because no one's been outside for a little while. And sadly, Tommy got COVID at one point. This person, however, didn't think it was that sad and tweeted, "Tommy got COVID?" You all realize he didn't take it seriously because he is being manipulated and influenced by into believing anti-COVID Republican ideologies. You all need to wake up and see what's going on. Even I wouldn't go this far. This is a stretch, man. Anti-COVID Republican ideologies. Every day he was DMing Tommy like, "Please don't take the vax, Tommy. If you take the vax, you cannot come back on the SMP." Oh my God. Wait, what? Okay, so I've never seen this before and I'm so shocked. Apparently, in 2021, Governor of Texas, Ted Cruz, famed for liking porn on Twitter, I think, also used Twitter for one other purpose, and that was tweeting happy birthday to Dream. Which, according to the last post, apparently he would love, you know, with all the Republican rhetoric, but how did I never catch this? That's crazy. But then apparently someone then quote tweeted Ted Cruz, the Christian coalition of Coldplay fans, and said, "We love both Dream and Ted Cruz so much. They're amazing Christians, do so much to keep this country great." Someone replied, "Dream isn't Christian though." And the Christian coalition of Coldplay fans said, "Dream SMP is an allegory for the Bible." There was a book and people were revived, which, as far as I'm aware, are two things that, well, I was about to say that are in the Bible, but the book I was referring to is the Bible. So it's, fuck it, there's a book and there's revival and there was, I think, God at one point. You know what? I'm saying it here as someone, you know, who was on the Dream SMP and owns one of these. The Dream SMP was the Bible. Oh, it wasn't the Bible, but it represents the Bible. Yeah, whatever. One of the things that always got to me about the Dream SMP, by the way, was that people would tweet about you a lot. But obviously, because we played characters on the server, you wouldn't always be so sure as to whether they were tweeting about you or your character and what they'd done. So sometimes they'd seem really pissed off with you, and it was just like you killed Tommy in it, you know? But one of the greats from that period was, I think, about Rambo Law saying, "Oh, so Rambo just has permanent night terrors now. How does one just develop night terrors?" To which someone replied, "Psychologically, they're developed through trauma, but maybe he's just possessed." And in the most insane twist ever, someone said, "I hope he's just possessed." Like, being possessed is better than deep set trauma. Hold on. You can be exercised. You can't always be healed from your trauma. That's a bad thing to say, Jack. It's all gonna be fine. Let's keep reading. Remember once I also tweeted that they were gonna play Lego Star Wars in an hour? And Lego Star Wars fan 3728 very seriously said, please no, please, for God's sake, don't touch Lego Star Wars. I will cry. I will cry. Ruin some other game, please. But leave Lego Star Wars out of anything you do, I beg you. Which was another thing that was kind of bad about Dream SMP Twitter, because it was a little bit crazy, and that made every other part of Twitter absolutely hate us, which led to the fact that if you tried to do anything outside of your niche, everyone would jump on you and try and berate you because they were scared you'd ruin. I don't know how we were ruining their thing. I think the idea was we were bringing our audience. They weren't that bad. I realize this is the worst video to say that on because these are the worst of the worst tweets, but you know, here's a classic. You're ugly. Tone indicator? Oh, I'm sorry. You're ugly / serious. Can't keep people in the dark. You gotta tell them. This is a George Memulus tweet. I'm not sure how this made it in here, but now I'm just curious. If you don't wear a mask on public transport, that's kind of gay. Like standing near another man, breathing in his breath, might as well be kissing. Congrats on coming out. Doesn't George, like, literally always wear a mask, though? Isn't that, like, his one... I feel like that reply would work with anyone else but him, because there's an implication that they might not wear... But this guy literally has never been documented not wearing a mask. Funny tweet, though. We playing Among Us, and this motherfucker just joined and started reading. It's fucking purpled Bed Wars. What do you think he's reading? I reckon he's reading something deeply philosophical, like Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. That's a joke. He'd be reading Sun Tzu or something, you know, cool. Bad Boy Halo tweeted, I think she got it for me because I'm bigger than her and she is so small and because I'm her daddy. What the fuck? What tweet is... Wait, hang on. Let me do some research. Rat got me a coffee mug. What do you think, guys? Oh, the Big Daddy mug. You guys... Yeah, no. Okay, nice one, Bad Boy Halo. He doesn't know. He's so innocent, bless the guy. Anyway, someone quote tweeted that interesting tweet with, I hope you and your entire fan base perish in a horrible death. You are fucking disgusting. Which feels completely unnecessary. And, you know, observationally, someone asked, are you on crack cocaine / genuine? Which isn't that unreasonable, actually, I don't think. I think some people knew this fandom maybe had a little bit of hate going towards it. Like this person who said, trigger warning. I'm afraid that someday, if I talk about Dream and my hobby of watching Minecraft streamers, I'm afraid someone will just shot me. No fucking joke. It's not impossible. Which I guess is technically correct. I don't think anyone got shot in the entire history of the Dream SMP Twitter. I mean, it's still there, isn't it? But like in its heyday, I don't think anyone was shot and killed. So I hope this person's out there living their best life doing well. You know, trigger warnings are a good thing, right? Keeps people from seeing things they don't want to see. But I feel like sometimes they're excessive. For example, trigger warning, toilets. Who's that for? This is prior to Skibbity toilet being a thing as well. I feel like that's the only way you could possibly be toilet traumatized. I nowadays completely see why you would want to block that off your feed. But back then... But either way, trigger warning toilets. My foot is stuck in the toilet. Please help. I can't do this anymore. Why? Why would you put it in the toilet? And look, I could see that they're an American. Because this is a weird thing to say. But I'm a fan of toilets, all right? And that's not weird. Every country has slightly different toilets. For example, Germany, you know how usually the water's at the back and like there's like sort of it leads down? In old Germany, it was like a platform for your poop and then the water was at the front. And what that was for is when you poop, you would inspect the poop to see if it was diseased. And once you were satisfied, you'd flush it and a little waterfall would come and push it off the poop shelf. This, however, is an American toilet. You can tell because the water is filled up too fucking high. I think just to give you a Poseidon's kiss, which if you don't know is where the water splashes up and on your anus. But yeah, the water's too high. I don't know why you put your foot in an American toilet of all of them because that's going to make you the most wet. You're disturbed. Best of luck. Another thing that was really popular that I just remembered now, by the way, was like bot accounts or like update accounts. There was a lot of accounts that would be like your favorite Minecraft YouTubers remind you to do things like Tubbo says go have a shower or Bad Boy Halo says make your bed. There was one that was big called the MCYT water bot that reminded people to drink water and as usual tweeted things like Tubbo wants you to drink water and then one time out of the blue seemingly for no reason replied to itself and just said, lol, why can't I rant to my family without being told the world doesn't revolve around me? Please, this is why I never tell them anything. Which is awfully sad. Why have you put that on the water reminder account? It feels like that belonged elsewhere. And I was going to defend them and maybe say they forgot to switch accounts. But it's in a reply to themselves, which implies that even if they were going to do it on a separate account, they were still going to reply to the tweet that says, Tubbo wants you to drink water, which is like a weird, you know, here I am. I'm drinking my Tubbo water. You know, I have a big drink of water. I go, yum. And then I'm forced to read about your family turmoil. I don't want to hear that. I hope it fixed, though. I didn't even see this. Apparently, KSI one time tweeted, Filza, that sounds like an STD. No fucking way, man. Imagine you get diagnosed with Filza. Your dick's like old looking. You got an old looking dick. It goes all shriveled and wrinkly. You know, there's only a matter of time before it drops off. It's like leprosy of the dick. That's what I imagine Filza is. MCYT Twitter is toxic. No, it's not. Kill yourself. You know, so I was worried that people would like be mad that I made this video, but when stuff like this was happening, can you blame me? Now, I don't know if you remember Tubbo's little duck, Benson, but someone tweeted, Benson has a boyfriend and his name is Wilson. This is a great day. What? So does that mean Benson is a girl? Or have you ever heard of gay people? Yeah? Ow! Especially being part of the Dream SMP community, I feel like it was hard to not hear of gay people. I'm pretty sure the Dream SMP community was the biggest gathering of queer people since, like, a pride parade. Someone said, 6 likes and I'll at my Twitter crush. They clearly got their likes because then they quote tweeted it with, haha, at the person, hey, haha, lol. And they replied within an hour, oh, this is awkward, lol. I don't like you back. Can I soft block? Can you imagine that? You tell someone you have a crush on them and they just absolutely cut. You never see them again. You know when you get anxious before you tell your crush you like them? And like, it's never going to be that bad. This is apparently if it went that bad. This is the worst thing that could happen, I think, other than them like killing you in a blind fit of rage. And you know what? Even then, I feel like that might be more preferable. You make news or something. Moving on. Oh, a classic. This is the tweet that made me make this whole video. Trigger warning, death, 9/11, violence. I saw the timeline talking about trending B Twitter selfie day tomorrow. Please don't. Tomorrow is the anniversary of 9/11. For people who may not know, it's a terrorist attack which involved bombing and deaths. Here's the kicker. Similar to when Wilbur bombed Lemamberg. So be respectful. This has genuinely, I think, always been my favorite MCYT tweet. I remember seeing this on my timeline and cackling. I realized it was well-intentioned. I realized they were just trying to educate because there were young people that were involved and you wanted them not to do something disrespectful, but I feel like it was maybe more disrespectful than allowing something else to trend that day to compare the death of 2,000 people on September 11th, 2001 to when Lemamberg exploded. And this didn't end. The reason I remember this is because it got parodied several times. As recently as trigger warning, gunshot, blood, and violence. I saw the timeline talking about trending muffin Twitter selfie day tomorrow. Please don't. It's the day after Trump got shot. For people who may not know, it's an assassination attempt which involved guns and deaths, similar to when Techno shot Tubbo in Manberg. And this wasn't the only mad tweet about the Trump situation. There were several, and I mean several tweets that were fan art of the Trump shooting image, you know, the one I just showed, drawn as Dream SMP characters. Like, look at this! Jay Schlatt getting shot in the ear in Manberg. I said that the tweet about comparing a particular event to Lemamberg may have been my favorite, but that's not true. My true favorite is, and I mean no hate by this, I love this person so much, and I know they meant no harm, but it is, to this day, something I reference whenever I hear of someone passing away. Captain Puffy tweeted, Dream, please use the Revive book on Betty White the day they announced her death. And to this day, I think about it at least once a week. It's so good. I know it came from the best place, but the Revive book from the Dream SMP, come on. It's Betty White. She's a treasure. Yeah, and I still, every time I hear Revival, I have to mention Betty White. It's bad. But look, it's done. The Dream SMP's over. You know, I blew it up. You know, that's the canon ending, by the way. I don't think it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a season 2, but we all know how that went. So the current canon ending is I nuked the whole thing, which is probably my legacy. I am the reason the Dream SMP ended. So if you were ever a hater, you have me to thank. Yeah, I'm glad we're out of that time, but I don't look on it with any hatred. I really do. All of these are fond memories. Even all of this. I loved it. I loved every second. So you know what? Tommy and it was right. The Dream SMP wasn't bad, but it sure as hell was fucking crazy. Bye-bye!